channel. My name is Sarah and this is Medicated Housewife DIY, where crafting and mental health come together. In today's video, we're making a stunning DIY fall woven tray out of Dollar Tree supplies like jute, nautical rope, Jenga blocks, even a clipboard. It's all cozy fall vibes, so break out those sweaters and sip that pumpkin spice latte. So stick around, let's go make some stuff and jump right into this. To begin with, I'm using a Dollar Tree clipboard as the base of my tray. I removed the clip with a screwdriver and I basically just pried it off. You won't see the holes after we cover the clipboard. Next, we're using jute, and this roll I got from Amazon, but you can definitely find jute at the Dollar Tree as well. Buy plenty of it though, because I used almost this entire roll for this project. I'm also using a roll of clear packing tape. I'm cutting off a piece of jute that's a couple of inches longer than the clipboard, running the long way, like vertically. Since the clipboard is letter size, let's just say it's like 11 inches at its longest, so I'd say cut about 13-inch pieces of the jute. And we're going to cut 14 pieces for each little section that we're making, and you're going to be cutting lots and lots of bundles of these 14 pieces. Then we're going to take our piece of packing tape. It's also a little longer than the length of the clipboard vertically. And you're going to put it sticky side up in front of you. And I'm taking one of the 14 string bundles that I made, and I'm going to place the first string onto the sticky side of the tape, making sure to place it straight and at the very edge of the tape. And then after that's on there, I'm going to take a second string and I'm placing that right up against the first one. And that's going to be followed by a third piece, and so on until you have placed all 14 pieces of the jute down on the sticky side of the packing tape. At this point, you'll want to trim the leftover tape that's on the other side from where you started, and after you trim all that excess tape off, you're going to want to cut the tape right down the middle, and that's 7 pieces in. So you have 7 pieces on one side of it, 7 pieces on the other side, and you're going to end up with 2 strips out of each of these 14 pieces of string tape strips that we made. And then we're going to repeat the process over and over again, making enough tape and jute strips to cover the clipboard, going the opposite way with slightly shorter pieces. So you're going to want to make ones long enough to cover vertically, and then another amount to cover horizontally, because we need to cover both. So once we have all of the pieces that we need to cover both the vertical and the horizontal direction of the clipboard, we're going to hot glue each of these jute strips all along the edge of the back of the clipboard with the jute side of the tape facing up, because we're then going to turn the clipboard over to the front side of our tray in order to weave it. So first I have glued all of the vertical strips down, and I did end up using some tape and glue on the back of my clipboard over the jute strips in order to reinforce the hold. Then you start to glue down your strips along the horizontal direction of the clipboard, the same as we did with the vertical direction, making sure to glue your very first horizontal strip directly over the jute strip that was glued down vertically. If you watch what I mean, it sounds confusing, but if you look at what I did there, you just go to the very edge. It's really not as confusing as it sounds. So once I'm done gluing all the strips down, I'm going to flip the clipboard over to the front side of your tray, and you're going to begin the weaving. I'm going to weave the vertical strips through the shorter ones because there are less of the vertical strips to do, as you can see here. So I'm weaving the vertical ones over the horizontal ones because there's a lot more horizontal ones. The way I'm going to start the weave is to bring over every other strip as I'm showing you here, and that is how you weave. You're going to want to glue just one little bead of glue under the small area under the first strip, and then move down to the second strip, down to the third strip, and so on, just as what I'm doing here. Then I take the first weaving strip that I'm using, the vertical weaving strip, and I'm also going to use just a little bead of the glue underneath, and then another bead onto the clipboard area that's under the next strip, and so on and so on. So to complete the first weaving row, we take our first horizontal strip, and using just a little bead of glue, we attach it underneath. Then repeat the process on the next horizontal strip, and so on, all the way down the line. And once that's done, so is our first weaving row. Moving on to the second row, this time we flip over all of the horizontal strips that we didn't use the last time, in the same order, every other strip. And I glue those strips down to begin the process all over again. So start to finish, we're going to be doing the same thing, switching alternating horizontal strips until our entire board is basically weaved. Once the weaving is all finished, I'm going to take my scissors and trim all the strips to just about an inch or two to be attached to the back of the clipboard. I just want to even them all out. And then I'm just gluing all of those leftover edges to the back of the clipboard to hold them into place. And this is the bottom of my tray that no one's really going to see, so it doesn't matter how neat it is or isn't. So now my weaving's all finished, and I decided to use some Jenga blocks to accent the corners of the tray, but I wanted them to have a little bit of a distressed look. So I had these blocks already stained, and I'm using white chalk paint by Waverly with a dry brush, and just brushing a small amount of paint onto the blocks just to lighten up the dark tone and to make them look a little distressed. I'm then going to put them aside to dry. I decided to use nautical rope from Dollar Tree as the handles for my fall tray and as the sides of the tray. I glued the same size piece of rope onto both sides of the tray in the middle with some hot glue. Then I began to wrap the nautical rope around the outside of the tray, making sure to glue the rope over the rope handles that I just attached, and I glue the second row of rope over the first to begin building up my sides. I ended up using 3 packs of the nautical rope to make the sides, and at the end I glued the backs of the handles against the sides I just made, just so that they could stand up a little better on their own and be a little firmer. Using some Dollar Tree wood glue, I made 4 sets of 2 blocks glued together like an L shape. I'm going to use those as an accent on my rope handles, and I glued 8 sets of 2 Jenga blocks glued together, which I'm going to use on the corners of my tray. Then I take 2 of the sets of 2 and glue them together like a V for the corners. I glue the V-shaped blocks onto each of the 4 corners of my tray. Then I take 2 of the long L's that I made before and I glue them together around the middle of the rope handles on my tray, kind of like a rectangular bead around my handles, just as an accent. And this is how my DIY fall themed tray turned out. I love the weaving and the rope and jute used together, and I even really like the distressed Jenga blocks accenting both the corners of the tray and the rope handles. I could see this tray on a coffee table, or even if you used it in a centerpiece for a fall or a holiday dining table. I love the earthy autumn feel to this tray. It's just a cozy fall DIY project for your home. This was the first time I tried weaving, and I was very happy with how simple it was and how beautiful it turned out. Using a Dollar Tree clipboard and lots of jute. I mean, how great is that? I hope you enjoyed this Medicated Housewife DIY, and if you would like to see more DIYs, hit the like and subscribe buttons. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I'm the Medicated Housewife, and crafting is my medication.